Tell me, do you bleed? You will.
Hi. Hey guys, it's your boy Derek here to talk with you with my hands and do all sorts of weird funny things as I talk about how you can take a simple pair of UD Replica Dawn of Justice Gauntlets and also just give you a little bit more of a close-up on these gorgeous items. How you can take these gauntlets, which tend to be, I'm going to move this camera over slightly, which tend to be a little bit on the big side. I mean, you can obviously tell these are pretty big gauntlets. I'm able to slide my hand in, absolutely no problem, and they're just overall very big, very floppy, and how to take them and make them a little bit more form-fitting. It's actually very easy to do. It requires no sewing experience at all, and it's a very easy mod to do, and I'm really glad that I did it because I'll be honest with you, I was kind of worried about if these gauntlets were going to work for me, but I'm glad I was able to figure out how to do this with some help from my friend John Cody Jenkins, and I'm going to show you how to do it today. So these are going to be the gauntlets we're going to be modifying today. This is what the finished product will look like. So we're going to be moving the zipper over. That's going to be the biggest thing we do, and overall just makes it much more form-fitting. These are actually the opposite side. So as you can see, much more form-fitting. It's still a little bit big, but you gotta keep in mind this is gonna be worn with a muscle suit, so you don't want to go too tight and run the risk of the zipper breaking. But that's much better and a huge improvement. And again, just a slight modification there. So we're gonna move these guys out of the way and show you some of the supplies you're going to need for this mod. First thing you're gonna need is some super glue. I don't know if it's showing you here. My light's kind of getting in the way. But this is a Gorilla super glue. You can use Loctite. Any kind of super glue should work. I'm going to recommend you stick with either Gorilla Glue or Loctite for this case. But you're going to want a glue. Gel would probably be ideal, but this is what I had on hand, so we're going to be using this. It has a nice brush on it as well. You're also going to want an X-Acto knife. You don't necessarily have to use an X-Acto knife. For instance, if you want to be true to Batman, if you want to be true to Batman, you can't use a batarang, but you are going to need a sharp instrument, and they don't come much sharper than this. So an X-Acto knife will come in handy. Also, you may find yourself in need to do a little bit of touch-up, and for that I'm going to recommend this is a Jacquard textile acrylic black paint, as well as a nice brush. That may not be necessary for this mod, but you want to have that just in case. Also, if you get a pair of these gauntlets, you notice that mine have this really nice bronze look to them. That's because I painted them. Again, using the Jacquard acrylic paint. Usually like 2 coats and of that. Obviously let dry between coats and then a little bit of shoe polish and you are off to the races and you'll have some beautiful looking fins that look pretty much like that. There's plenty of videos showing you how to do that, so I didn't do that in this video. I do apologize, but surely you guys can figure it out. But let's move on to the mod itself. So we're going to be gutting the zipper here just on one side. This is a really high quality YKK zipper, and we're going to be taking it out of this side here. So what you need the X-Acto knife for, just take this. Be very careful when you're doing this. Of course, I'm going to say that and probably slice my fingers up in this video. But what I'm trying to do here is, you see that stitching along there. Just take this X-Acto knife and just, you don't want to rip and pull it out. You just want to lightly kind of score along the threads and just release it, kind of. I think this goes without saying that this is voiding the warranty. Alright, so kind of got this ball rolling. So we got the zipper to release, and then you just kind of follow that same pattern all the way across the zipper. as an optional step, you can also take a match or a lighter. These are actually from my wedding. We had ordered like 3,000 of these. We didn't have 3,000 guests at our wedding, but it's alright. We have plenty of extras, and we're just using this just to kind of burn this edge here. Just kind of clean it up just a little bit. Alright, set that there. Hopefully I don't set my whole disc on fire. And we are set. So the zipper is released. You can kind of go through now, just clean up some of these threads that want to hang on. Make sure you put the cover back on the X-Acto blade, otherwise you will lose a hand. Not even lying. It's very, very sharp. So set that over here. And now we get to moving. So the sweet spot for me that I find works is, see the stitch right across here? This stitch right here? If you line the zipper up with that stitch, like that, about like that, that seems to be the sweet spot for me, where I find these gauntlets fit the best. It gives you enough room to wear, it gives you plenty of room for a muscle suit in there, but also doesn't, make it where it's too loose on you. So, another thing you might want to do, well, actually, this already came undone, so that's good. So we're going to pull back this little closure here, just enough to where you can kind of sit the zipper up underneath there, because we want it to look as clean as possible, but obviously this isn't going to be a factory job. So what we're going to do now, shake up the super glue. Alright, and what we want to do is just get a little dab, a little dot going right here on the end. Again, you just want to line it up with that stitch. You can probably make the precision decision and do all your measurements and stuff, but again, I just kind of figured that was going to be the right spot for me, because I did this modification on the others, on the other gauntlet, and that's what worked for me. So we're also going to put a little bit here. And go ahead and seal this up here. Give it a couple seconds, let it take hold. And then all you gotta do is just run that glue along the length of the zipper and just kind of, again, line it up with that stitch. Now there's a couple ways you can do it. We can do it with the brush if you wish. I might regret doing that, but that's what we're going to try for now. Try it with the brush. And what I like to do, don't knock over the glue. Just kind of brush along the edge here. Be careful not to get it on the zipper mechanism itself. Kind of get it along there, nice and even. Line it up with that stitch again. Press and hold. We'll kind of press and hold for a couple of seconds. Make sure you get some good coverage on there. And that's pretty much the story. Really want to make sure you get some glue on this tab here, because that's where a lot of tension is going to be. So especially as you get towards the end, you really want to make sure you reinforce that with some glue. There, and hold it. It will seep through the holes where the stitching went through. You will get it on your fingers, and it will never come off. But the good news is, I'm ready to be Spider-Man. And I think I'm stuck. Alright, so zipper is installed. Now, something you can do, I'm going to do it just because I'm me. this little gray area here for the zipper. Try to cover that up just a little bit, just because. And I'm not necessarily trying to paint along the whole zipper. I just don't want that acrylic paint to just pile up there. So just try to keep it pretty even. And we are done. Maybe. Just kind of look around. Now, the smart thing to do would be to let this dry for a couple of minutes and then worry about putting it on, but I never claimed to be a smart man. So we're going to slip the sucker on. We'll put it on the proper hand. I was about to say the right hand. This is the left hand, but on the proper hand. And there you go. And I still put it on the wrong hand. My gosh, what is wrong with me? Now the proper thing to do, I don't even know if I'm going to backtrack. The proper thing to do would be to let this dry for a couple minutes, but we're not very smart around here, so we're just going to, I like to just get the zipper started a little bit, just kind of get it going. Slide it on. Makes it a lot easier, not fooling around with that separating zipper. Which is nice when it comes to taking them off, but when it goes to putting them on, it's a little bit of a pain, especially once you get the other gloves on. Alright, so already massive improvement. Grab the other gauntlet here. Massive improvement on the look, also the fit. These just feel a lot more secure on there. I did put on a suit earlier just to make sure these fit, and these, whenever you put the suit on, it's perfectly flush. They don't have any floppage or anything. It's the perfect amount. So even if they do look a little big here still, they fit perfect once the suit is on. So huge improvement on these. Absolutely love these gauntlets. They are great. You know, watch my review of them if you haven't already, but hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys. I highly recommend picking these gauntlets up for 250 bucks. You can't beat them. It just takes a little bit of work to get them to where they fit properly, but boy, once you do, you get some awesome looking gauntlets for a really good price. So thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I don't know how to end my videos. I'll see you in the next one.